A lot of the people that I work with on the album have been people that have, been in my life for a long time, and whether it's on the road or in the studio. So I just made a phone call to all my, all my good friends, and we made it happen together.
And in choosing the collab songs, how did that come about? Ikaw ba nagpili for them? Sila ba nagsabi na, oh, fan ako ni Regine or whoever, kaya ito yung gusto kong kantahin?
Choosing the songs for Kaibigan was actually really easy, but also very emotional because all the songs are related to parts of my childhood. They have been with me throughout my whole life, whether it's, memories of me, my sister singing around the piano, or with my dad, or a song from my Lola. So a lot of those songs have a lot of significance in my life. So when I was choosing the songs, I just looked through, the different songs that I've heard throughout the years, the teleseries, all the love songs, and there was just such a big catalog to choose from. So it was really fun choosing the songs for these artists. And I knew when I chose the songs, I also knew who I wanted to sing them. Like, I already knew in my mind who I had in mind to perform the songs.
And why did you come up with this album? What was your main reason? Was it because you wanted to share that you said, no, your childhood, what you've been through? Kailan ba to nabuo?
The purpose for my album has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this kind of album, Filipino music, since I was probably 18 years old when I started doing music professionally. And I think the whole reason for Kaibigan, for me, not just to introduce me as a producer and an artist, but also to Asian representation is really important for me. You know what I'm saying? I think that growing up, I didn't have a lot of representation. And, now in 2021, there's just so many different people popping up and so much, especially Filipino representation. So I really wanted to introduce the world to a culture that I'm so proud of. And it really influenced a lot of my, my musical upbringing. And if it wasn't for my Filipino culture and for Filipino music, I probably wouldn't be the same musician that I am today. So.
You're very successful in your own right, and who do you credit that to? Was it hard? Did someone have to open the door for you, or did you knock it down?
I've been working a long time, and a lot of the credit obviously goes to my parents who have been with me throughout the entire journey. Being Filipino parents and raising Filipino musicians, and there wasn't a lot of it. It's a bit of a gamble, you know what I'm saying? And my parents were very supportive and very loving when it came to helping me and my sister support our dreams. Me and my sister both do music. And if I were to credit someone that, truly opened the doors for me in terms of, breaking it into the music industry, it would have to be David Foster. He was the first, the producer that gave me my first big gig, which actually happened to be Charisse Pimpenko. So, not only was I introduced to the professional scene in terms of musical directing, I was also able to connect with a fellow Filipino in the industry.
Yun na nga, sabi mo, no, marami mga Filipino artists na pop up here and there. We have her who just recently won a Grammy as well, and
yes.
And a whole lot more. Ikaw ba gusto mo rin mag-collab? Do you also reach out to them back there? Easy Mill recently made the headline.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so many different Filipino artists, artists in general, but Filipino artists that I would love to collaborate with. Bruno Mars. He's also from Hawaii. Her, and of course you mentioned Easy Mill. Easy Mill is such an amazing artist. I think that what he's doing is super important by bringing not just the language but culture, and doing that through music and through hip hop is really cool. So of course I would my whole album is love songs and ballads, but I love all kinds of music, whether it's hip hop or rock or soul music, R&B. I love all of it. So any type of collab with her or Bruno Mars or Ismail, it would be my honor. Oh my goodness, those are such amazing artists. So.
And right now we do know that in the Asian scene, BTS, our friends from Korea are the ones in the forefront right now. Where do you think we Filipinos fare, given that, of course, we do know our talent is really off the charts as well?
Yeah, you know what? And I've said this before in other interviews. I think that Filipino music is so diverse. You know, it's a mixture of so many different styles along the years, from Spanish to Western styles and to our own, you know, our own native styles. And I think that I think as of recent with social media, people are starting to recognize, you know, Filipino talent with singers. You know, you got Charisse, you had Morissette, Regine Velasquez, all those singers coming on the internet now. And our songs are just as good. I've always said that the only thing, not necessarily missing from the Philippines, but it's just, we just need the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what the purpose was of the album as well, is to, bring Filipino music into the forefront. And I think that if people were given the opportunity to be able to hear the music and interpret it in the same way that, you know, a Britney Spears or Justin Timberlake or Ariana Grande record would be, interpreted, I think that people would, you know, be able to hear and understand and love our songs, because not only are the singers great, but the songs are great, the melodies are great, and just as powerful as K-pop or J-pop, and, you know, all those sounds are great, but OPM, it has the potential to really go up there because we have legendary music.
Troy, how's the atmosphere there right now? We do know that Stop Asian Hate, that fight has been going on for months now. How's everybody?
You know, obviously the U.S. has been through a lot, and I think with this new year, I think with everything that's going on, with what you mentioned, with so much still underlying hate that's still going on, I think it taught us that we still have a lot to work on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a huge advocate of, you know, being against racism and discrimination. And I stand with all my Asian brothers and sisters as a proud Filipino and as a proud Asian American. I think it's really sad what's going on today. What happened recently is super tragic, and I think that everyone should stand together and pray together, and not just, you know, hashtag stuff, but use your voice. You know what I mean? When we stay silent, that's when things like that can continue. It will promote it. It will continue to grow, and we just got to stand together and, you know, be voices for each other, be voices for the ones that don't have a voice. And my prayers and my thoughts and I'll do my part as a musician, as a fellow Asian American, to always, you know, stand against racism and, you know, stop Asian hate, because we don't need any of that.
Naramdaman mo rin ba yan in some way? Did you also experience it maybe down the road where before you became successful?
You know, I wouldn't say, because I wouldn't want to compare my journey to what happened, because I couldn't imagine what happened. But in my own journey, like, absolutely, you know, being Filipino and being Asian, there's not a lot of us, so it took a lot of people a lot of time to maybe reconcile with the fact that, okay, there's, you know, more Asian musicians coming in, because there's not a lot of us. And when I first started, I gotta say, there were a couple people that didn't know what to do with me. I wasn't, you know, Latino enough. I wasn't Black enough. I wasn't white enough. I didn't really fit what, mainstream mold wanted me to fit in. So, you know, there was a bit of that, but I use it more as a weapon now, because, you know, I'm proud to be Asian. So I use it as my secret sauce. So when I'm playing the piano and, you know, and I'm still proud to be Filipino. So
That's so nice. Yes, actually, that's really an advantage right now. And you can put it that way, because individuality is what really would make you shine through and what
absolutely
make you unique, right?
Yes.
Anyway, I'll see you later again, Troy. Please do sleep again before I 2 hours. I'm stopping the